Although I usually stay away from crossovers, this one gets a pass. This is Hyrule Warriors, developed by Omega Force and Team Ninja, and released by Koei Tecmo and Nintendo as a Wii U exclusive. This is effectively a Dynasty Warriors game coated from head to toe in the Zelda franchise. The game has you play a variety of Zelda characters, Link, Sheik, and including some of the characters you have fought in past games, like everyone's favorite Ganondorf. And if you have all the DLCs, which the Switch port already comes with them, you have a vast number of characters to play as. Although if you are going through the campaign, it does lock you to a select number of characters. While I'm sure this game has nothing to do with the official Zelda timeline, the game unsurprisingly takes place in Hyrule. You are trying to stop a sorceress named Sia who is aiding in resurrecting Ganondorf. Along the way, you will need to travel to 3 different time periods, which coincidentally all take place in areas from other Zelda games. You'll travel to places from Twilight Princess, Ocarina of Time, Skyward Sword, and meeting characters from those games along the way. And in some cases, playing as them as well. The story in this Zelda spinoff is nothing to take note of. Instead of a full-blown new entry into the series, it feels more like a love letter for Zelda fans. Although considering there's going to be a 3rd entry in the Hyrule Warriors series soon, I would think there's now some sort of timeline for the story. If you've played any Dynasty Warriors game, then the gameplay will feel like any other in that franchise. For those that haven't, Hyrule Warriors plays almost like a tower defense game, all controlled in a third-person perspective. While you won't be calling in any units, you will be running around the map taking control of keeps or bases so that your army can slowly have free reign over the battlefield, all the while completing mission objectives the game throws at you. These objectives can include controlling certain keeps, escorting or stopping somebody, or simply killing the main enemy or boss. While it may sound easy, in the later levels I found myself having to backtrack to assist my army so they don't just fall apart. The way you take these keeps is simple. Kill a certain amount of enemies in a keep and then the keep boss will appear. Kill him and you instantly control that base, extending your control over the battlefield. There are also places called outposts that function the same way. If you do unfortunately fail a mission, this game does have checkpoints that are plenty, and it really never felt that I was replaying an entire mission. In my experience, the only real way you'll lose a battle is if you stop paying attention to the minimap to know the progress on the battlefield or the current health of your allies. Because in some missions, if your allies die, then it's game over. As you would expect, each character you unlock can be leveled up and upgraded for more powerful abilities, more health, which you'll want to do for bigger combos. This game thankfully only has button mashing combos, so it's easy to play and more importantly allows you to look and appreciate the attacks you're pulling off. Which I gotta be honest, the attacks you can do in this game are dope, to say the least. Being able to kill like 50 enemies in one move and seeing them all get blown back will never not be satisfying. Most characters have differing weapons that have different stats and have distinct attacks. As you can imagine, all the weapons and attacks are based on the same moves you would see in the Legend of Zelda series. Then again, some of the moves you can do you will never see in a mainline Zelda game. Due to this first coming out as a title for the failed Wii U console, it does show something on the gamepad screen, but nothing of note. Just a list of your allies' current health, and a list of what objectives have appeared on your screen. I really would have liked to see a mini-map on it, but I guess that is just too much for the Wii U to handle. Speaking of too much to handle, at times with masses of enemies on screen, there will be slowdown. I don't know if this happens on the Switch version, but the game won't drop frame rate so much as it just slows down the game entirely when a lot of enemies are on screen. Low frame rate aside, as you can see, the colors throughout the game are bright, vibrant, and they just pop. While the game graphically is not anything special, the colors combined with the amount of Zelda-type enemies on screen make for a rather unique look. The music in Hyrule Warriors are the classic Zelda tunes you expect, from opening a chest to the battle themselves. All the tunes that are played for you feel right at home in the Zelda series. There's even a playable soundtrack in the menu if you want to hear them separately. After completing the main story, you can then move on to the various challenge modes. That is where you will be allowed to use more characters than what the main story limits you to. In this case, the DLC characters. Challenges seem cool, but honestly felt tacked on compared to the main game. There is also a mode called Adventure Mode that plays out on an NES-styled map that may seem like its own campaign, but really it's just more challenges placed on a cool-looking map. If challenges interest you, Hyrule Warriors has you covered.
Hey, listen!
Honestly, after I completed the story, I felt I had my fill of Hyrule Warriors for the time being. That's usually how it goes for the mainline Zelda games for me too. Once I beat the story for the first time, I will not play it again until so much time has passed that I just simply forgot how it played. That being said, while this is just simply a spin-off of the Zelda series, I really enjoyed playing this. So much in fact that I bought the sequel, Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, and I'm planning on getting the entry that is coming out for the Switch 2 as well. While I am a fan of the Zelda series, I am far from a diehard. There's a new entry into the series, I will try to play it at some point, but usually won't be there day one. Hyrule Warriors may not be another grandstanding entry into the main series, but it is a very well-made spin-off and collaboration. By the looks of things, Nintendo keeps giving Koei Tecmo the green light to keep adding to the Hyrule Warriors series, and honestly I'm all for it. Not only is it nice to see Nintendo loosening their IPs for others to play around with, but this game has made me want to replay some Zelda games. I still have not played Tears of the Kingdom or Twilight Princess, so I may get around to that. If this game looks fun to you, I would recommend it. It is simply stupid fun in the Zelda universe that you simply will not get from Nintendo themselves. Sometimes I hope Nintendo would allow their other IPs to be experimented on like this, but I doubt that day will ever come. If it does, I hope it's something crazy like a Yakuza Mario crossover, which sounds sick as hell.